How can we practically prepare for this partnership? Now, let me just clear this up. I do not believe that singleness is all about preparation for when you get married. I mean, that's boring. Like, who wants somebody that's just like, hey, so what you do until I walk into your life? I just sat here and I read books and I prepared myself. What about going out and living life, traveling the world? I believe that it would be fabulous if you had an adventure to share. Like, oh, well, while I was waiting for you, I was in South Korea, I was in China, I was in Jamaica. Actually, I was in all those places. I like to travel. You know, you have something going on for you. You're not just sitting on the couch just like, oh, okay, hey, Lord said, prepare my heart. He wants you to live life too. And he wants you to do the assignments that he's placed in your heart to do, because he knows that you have the maximum amount of time when you're single. So it's time for you to get it out and do it now. And also in that process, prepare for the one that will walk into your life. So I look at it like this, okay? Because this is our society. Everybody is, I heard somebody use this term, my sister told me I can't use slang properly. But anyways, you know, I'm in my bag, means I'm in my money, I'm stacking this cash, I'm doing all these things. And I see it, and a lot of people are successful in it. We'll go to school for 16 plus years, if you get your bachelor's degree, 16 plus years, you know, to be successful in our career, and yet we don't go to school one day to be successful in a relationship, and then we wonder why it fails. We wonder why the divorce rate is so high in this country, or any country for that matter. Why is it that people can't get along? It's because we never prepare our hearts. We never prepare ourselves. Yeah, we're so successful. You see it. You see this guy, you see this girl, and they're on top of their career, but when it comes to their love life, when it comes to a relationship, they suck, okay? They're just not good at it. And it's because they've never prepared themselves. This is another thing. As a disclaimer, I want to say, I am talking about a Christian relationship that is done with intention, and the sole purpose of that is to eventually lead towards marriage. So I'm not talking about casual dating, because I think that's pointless. Like, why am I going to date you, and you? Like, who sits around? It's just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till Bae comes in. I can't wait till I meet my boo, to the one, you know, that God sent for me. And then we're going to have so much fun. And we're just going to like look at the trees. And then we're going to get into an argument. And then we're never going to speak to each other again. And then I get to do it all over again with somebody else. I get excited, so my voice, you know, gets a little high pitched. No, like, who wants to do that? Well, at least me. I don't want to do that, okay? I want to be intentional in this, because I want intentional results. I want the results of God, and I want to be a blessing to whoever God brings into my life. So I want you all to join this journey with me. And you may be thinking, like, I don't need this. Like, I'm good though. You know, I just need to make sure I get my hair done, make sure I get my nails done, put on a new suit. I mean, I'm good. Okay, are you as good as your last failed relationship? Oh, did she say that? Yes, she did. She said that. I said that. It's true. It's like, look around, you know, and I had to be honest with myself. Like, yes, I have been in relationships before and they failed, obviously, which is why I'm waiting on God to send me someone. Like, oh, duh. But anyways, but they failed. And it would be so easy for me to say, oh, okay, it failed because that person wasn't compatible. Okay, it failed because, you know, I didn't like what that person did. And some of it may be true, but I am the common denominator in all of these relationships. So that tells me that, hey girl, you need to work on you. Like, there's some things that you need to work on. You know, it's not always the other person. And yeah, maybe some of the other person, but it's not always 100% the other person. So how about we work on our percentage of this, okay? And I want to make sure that I cultivate those good things in my heart, so that way when God brings that person into my life, I'm able to pour the love of God upon that person, to be able to nurture them, to care for them. And honestly, as I've started in this journey, God has like changed my mind and my heart. Like, I remember just daydreaming, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until my boo comes into my life, and he's gonna be so sweet, and he's just gonna love on me, and, you know, just be very like nurturing and caring. And it's like, now I can't wait to do those things for him, whoever he may be, whoever you may be that's out there. Like, I can't wait to do those things for him, to, you know, share what the Lord has placed on my heart, you know, with him, and all of those things. The other thing is, I actually heard someone speaking about a quote that Thomas Edison wrote. And you know, Thomas Edison, he was sourcing electricity to the light bulb, and apparently he had lots of failures in doing that. And his quote was, I did not fail 10,000 times pretty much at sourcing electricity to the light bulb, But what happened was I learned 10,000 ways that it just won't work. And it's so true. It depends on how you look at it, you know? I've been in relationships before and I'm like, it's just not going to work. Like, it's just not enough to be attracted to someone. It's just not enough to have a desire to be with someone. If it was enough, then we wouldn't have the high divorce rates, like I mentioned before. We wouldn't have all of these relationships just being ruined all the time, all because of inadequate people skills. Let's just put it that way. So I'm so glad that you all are on this journey with me, and so glad that you all are willing to learn with me, because it's going to be great. When I do meet the person that God has brought into my life, you guys will meet him too, and it will be a testimony. Okay, you all will be there. Okay, it will be awesome. But for now, I am making sure to prepare my heart to be an intentional blessing onto him. So thank you all for tuning in to Thalia B, Life, Love, Legacy. And stay tuned for another episode of The Practical Partner.